This is an acoustic guitar with a touchscreen. This is the Lava ME4 acoustic guitar. I played the Lava ME3 and this is definitely an upgrade. For a start, it's got a truss rod, so there's a truss rod cover here so you can adjust the neck. It's all carbon fibre anyway, so don't know how much it needs that, but it's kind of cool you can have that adjustment. But it has a 3.5-inch touchscreen with loads of stuff on it, which I will go to in a minute. But just for those of you who are thinking, does it work like a normal acoustic? Well, yeah, look. It'd be good if they did a cutout version, because I can't quite reach it up the dusty end. This little touchscreen on the side of the guitar is a computer. It's got 4 gig of RAM, 16 to 32 gig of memory, so you can actually record songs into this without anything. You just press record. It's also got the new High Lava 2 software, which is like the old High Lava software, but it's got loads more features, and we'll have a look in a second. It'll be interesting to see how this performs while it's charging, because someone left it on, so it was dead when I went to start this video. So let's see if this makes it make any noise. So it's going to be plugged into the mains through the whole of this, and I will do some recording so you'll hear. I was just thinking, if you're playing live and you've got a low battery, would it work? And this is, I suppose, a good example of that, because you could put a like a battery pack in your back pocket and charge the guitar while playing live. Who's ever done that to an acoustic? Just going to go through some of the apps on this. So it's got things like a tuner, a recorder, a drum machine, and effects. We'll have a look at all those in a second. But some of the cool things, there's like practice, live drums, learn. So it helps you practice live drums, some drum beats to sort of improvise to, and then learn something new, which is kind of cool. And it also tracks all of this, and it puts it on. If you press this, it's got your profile. You have to set this up when you get it, and there's an app. If you press the bottom left button in the screen, it brings up your profile. I've also opened up the app. Setting up a profile takes about 10 seconds, and it tracks how much you've played and everything else. So I'm guessing they can monitor what sort of things you're doing and improve those, because if there's some elements where no one's using it, they probably need to develop those, which is quite cool. There's also leaderboards, so whoever's played the most. But I just thought that's a nice little feature. You get achievements and stuff, so it's like an Xbox, just without a controller. If we take a look at this practice app, it's got things like chord transition, strumming, arpeggio training, scale training, ear training, and single notes. So it's practicing all of those sort of things. Chord transitions is obviously any chord transitions. You can put in any chords and do some really weird things. Same with arpeggios. We'll actually have a look at arpeggios, so I think it's quite good. So you press it. So it's got the different triads along the top. I'm going to go C major and press start. Count in. And you just go through the triads. I'm going to press end because it goes on forever. And you get a little celebratory noise, which is amazing. Tracks that all on the app. Right, if we go back, so swipe up and you can go back. One of the other cool apps, if you go to create, this is actually really cool. So if you go to improv, the second one down, so along the top you've got loads of different types of music, pop, blues, funk. I mean, it keeps going on and on. There's pretty much everything. But it tells you the key of everything and all the different things. So this one, this is in E. It's called Blues for SRV, which probably stands for Stevie Ray Vaughan. I won't play that because I'll get a copyright strike, but it tells you the key of it so you can play along to it and music comes out of the guitar. It's just really good. There's all different keys. I just think it's so easy, and there's just tons of them on here. So you can scroll through and play along to absolutely anything. Back on the apps menu, if you go to this one called Recorder, that's for recording, clever name. Tap to record, so press the red button. And stop to stop. And you can save it or delete it. All synchronises to your phone and the app on there. It's pretty cool. Just so you know, there is, I mean, it's labelled volume on off, but you can turn the volume up and down with this little wheel in here. So if you see this, when I'm adjusting it, the volume appears here. Quite handy. Like I said earlier, this guitar has built-in effects. So if you go onto the apps menu and press effects, comes up the effects menu, very clever. And along the top it's got all your different types of effects. So it's got your reverbs, your delays, all the other modulation things like chorus, tremolo, phaser, flanger. And along here there's even distortion and lo-fi stuff like that. I'm just going to find one called Passenger, because I quite like this one. If you press the plus button when it's selected, you can add it to a template. So I'm going to press confirm, and then there's this templates menu at the top, and that shows the effects you've added to the template. So when you highlight it here, it's on. If you press the 3 dots, you can edit it, and it's got all your sort of your bits within that. So you don't want to do that. So you can adjust it, so your mix level, your pre-delay, your brightness, like you would in an effects pedal. So you can adjust your parameters in there. So I'm just going to save that and leave it as it is, have it stock. Make sure it's highlighted green so you know it's on. We'll have a listen to how Passenger sounds. Pretty cool. The top of the guitar is made out of Super AirSonic carbon fibre. The body is made out of AirSonic 2 carbon fibre. It comes with 20:1 ratio tuners, they feel quite nice. Also Elixir strings, these are the nano web ones, really nice strings. They also do a spruce version of this, which I think is really cool. I've got the guitar DI plugged into the desk, so you're going to hear a mixture of that, and then I'm going to cut into a studio mic and then the overheads and just go between all those three. Going to finger pick and then go into a pick so you can hear how it sounds live in a studio, and if you were sort of in a room with it a few feet away. Just gives you an idea of all the sounds. That's how it sounds in all situations. Good thing about these Lava ME4 guitars, I suppose all the Lava ranges, because they're carbon fibre, they're not sensitive to temperature changes and humidity changes. So if you take it anywhere else, it should stay in tune. So it's carbon fibre. This version has a truss rod. Previous versions didn't, and it didn't seem like there was any buzzing or any problems. So maybe it doesn't really need one, but they've added one. So I'm guessing people want one because it's like, you know, how they used to be. But here's a video on the Lava ME3. Didn't have a truss rod, but again, it was almost exactly the same. It had the old software. This software's got more stuff on it, but just a comparison to the older version, which they're still selling. They all seem to come with, I'm going to say a hard case. It's sort of a mixture between a hard and soft case, which I prefer, and it fits the guitar perfectly. Really nice case.